the expression of the different grapes have nothing to do with what you can expect.
I can't wait to explore. So,
Have you ever been in the Priorat?
no, not yet, unfortunately. But I can't wait.
You're welcome to visit us whenever you have a chance.
Thank you. I also saw the beautiful videos on YouTube where you talk about the vineyards. So if anyone looking for more detailed information, it's a great clip. It's about.
Yes, in fact, you know, with all this, with all the COVID situation, we are trying to communicate with people in a different way. So we are trying to explain how the Priorat, not only about Perinet, because we are mostly interested in getting to know the people how Priorat is, where it's located, how Priorat has made this amazing wine. Because if people know Priorat, they will come and meet Perinet. So the strategy for us, the strategy is more that you understand the Priorat, that you love the Priorat, and then you will love us. You know, so it's a kind of back and forth that it's necessary for us to explain both at the same time.
Yeah, because you somehow have to make the terroir famous first, right? And get to know the people, the differences.
You know, this rocky place full of slate. It was really very difficult to get new plantations here. So the area was almost abandoned like 100 years ago, and because you cannot grow almost nothing here. So the soil is this kind of slate, and there is no topsoil. Topsoil doesn't exist. We only have bottom soil. So really, there's only rocks on the surface, and then it makes the roots have very strict conditions to penetrate down. So really, it's difficult, and people, when phylloxera arrived, people were just giving up planting here, and they abandoned all the area and they moved to the coast. And that was only 35 years ago when people started coming here again and replanting and then planting new vineyards. And so that's why it has been a very new challenge. The area is quite old, but the new winemaking area has been growing in the last 35 years. So really it's full of young winemakers. Probably is one of the areas in Spain where you find the winemakers are quite young, because we all came here like 20 years ago. Well, now we're not as young as we used to, but we arrived here 20 years ago. More than half of the people was making wine here. We just started in 2000.
And where do you come from, Tony? So
I was born in the Pyrenees. So I'm coming from the really cold mountains in the Pyrenees. I was born in a farm, and I was raising cows since I was a kid. So really, what made me feel interested in wines is because when I was tasting milk at home, milk used to taste differently depending on the season of the year. My mind was completely crazy to get to know and to understand the wine. So really, I decided to study chemistry and then winemaking. So then I moved to the Priorat, and this is a special area. So once you come, it's difficult for you to leave.
And you, Carlota?
I come from Tarragona, but I came here when I have 8 months, and I stayed living here. And after I returned to Tarragona to study. And when I have 17, I go to Lleida, and then I study engineering. And after I return at Priorat, because Tony, it's true, I am in love with horses, but living here, it's really special. In some place we say in Priorat, this is the silent valley. The sensations you have in Priorat are really special. And we have the Montsant. Montsant is another really, really magic area for me. And you never forgot Priorat. You won't return when you can.
Wow, you did a great marketing. I really can't wait to go there. Maybe I stuck there. Maybe I open up one winery. Well, sorry.
No, I'm really inviting you to come, because the experience of being here, it's like halfway to what you can imagine right now.
Okay. So let's dive deep into the terroir maybe, because you already showed me the Llicorella.
Yes. We
Yeah,
call it Llicorella, yes.
Llicorella. Yeah, this is kind of a brown slate, right? Which is a bit softer than.
Yes, in fact, this is the the regular slate, but it's very oxidized. You see these brown spots here. It's full. It has a high iron content. So iron oxidates, and it becomes this kind of brown thing, and this makes this also be very breakable. So really, it's not hard. It's not hard. So roots can penetrate quite easily, and because it oxidates, it's the slate. Usually, the real slate, the one that doesn't oxidate, it's like black or blue.
True.
But this is another kind of slate, which also gives a lot of minerality to the wines. This kind of metallic taste. Sometimes it comes from this high iron content, which is really helpful for the plants to survive, because the plants, they need iron to to survive, for the metabolism and to produce the sugars and so on. So iron is one of the minerals that is more important in plants. So yeah, this kind of slate, it's kind of crazy. It's only existing in the south of France, in Banyuls, and also in Porto, and in Germany, in Rheingau. I was working in a company in Rheingau, and the soil is exactly the same, but the only difference is here you see the rocks, because the weather is kind of warmer, and in Germany you touch the grass is growing on top of this.